Hi everyone, welcome to your webinar, Reach Your Next Rank Fast and Without Struggle. You will learn the 5 methods MLM millionaires use to get from mediocre to significant fast, how to prospect unstopped by your fears and limiting beliefs so you can finally step into your true leadership, and the easy way to do this so that you're not alone. My name is Beth McCarty, founder and coach of the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers. This is my let's get to work posture. I'm called the shrink of MLM because I coach a lot of people to high incomes by clearing out the mindset blocks that are in the way and upgrading their skills to a level 10 so that they can fly ahead, truly unfettered. I've helped people for 30 years all over the world with my special methods to eliminate fears and negative beliefs and procrastination and become confident and profitable and significant leaders in their company, and to shine their true brilliance and live the life that they were meant to. I see myself as an agent of change for those ready for a better life and a Cape Crusader and advocate for network marketing. I work along the same missions as my good friend Eric Worre and Marina Worre, Curtis Broom, Mel Atwood, Tom and Denise Chenault, Jane Finney, and Lori Muirhead, the Flip-Flop CEO gals, and my good friend Lisa Grossman, Kevin Thompson, Robert Hollis, Professor David Frost, Richard and Kimmy Brooke, and many, many others to upgrade this profession. You can find me on Facebook under Beth McCarty and MLM Millionaire Club. I think you will love the tips. People love the tips that are on there, so love to have them, share them with you too. Now you can put away your credit cards today because there's nothing you can buy here. This webinar is for education, help, and support. So I invite you to sit back, relax, get a pen and paper, maybe a drink, be ready to take notes, remove any distractions, put your phone on airplane mode, and bring your total focus so that you can let yourself completely absorb these life-changing information. Now, who is this webinar for? It's if you are an experienced network marketer wanting to reach 6 or 7 figures, then this is for you. And if you're stuck at your current rank and want to break ahead and you're tired of settling, then this is for you. If your team is shrinking instead of growing. If you get discouraged by setbacks and want to become immune to them so you can be unstoppable, then this webinar is for you. And in this economy, if you're worried about the future of your family, this is for you because you're going to discover how to give them the life that you know that they deserve. This webinar is also for people who are tired of being mediocre and want to step into their significance. So if you've had enough of being so-so and you know you can do more, this webinar is for you. And if you want to be a respected winner in your company where they ask you for advice, this is for you. And if you want to burst with pride when your team gets on stage. My story, I was a full-time network marketer for years, and that allowed me to be home with my son as a single mom when he was growing up. I found network marketing in my 20s through a friend in my church, but it wasn't easy because I was shy. In fact, I was so shy as a kid that when company would come over to visit, I'd hide in my room. I grew up on a farm and I was afraid to talk to people. So it took years of personal growth work for me to feel valuable and included and brave enough to come from a place of service in my network marketing company, which was health, and I believed in it. And I even went door to door. I became a speaker and a teacher and won a trip to the Bahamas, and that was a lot of fun. So that personal growth work led me to become the body-mind therapist for 30 years now. Although I'm not in a network marketing company now, and I won't be, because teaching and training is my calling. I'm completely dedicated to this. But I bring those two fields together now, the body-mind work and network marketing, as a coach and teacher for network marketers who want to reach their next rank, because I know how to bust the blocks that are there. Now, what do you want? Are you a network marketing professional? Are you serious? Do you want to provide a better life for your family? Maybe allow them to travel and provide the memorable experiences? Or be the respected leader that you're meant to be? Do you want to change the world? Maybe build schools in Africa? Or help the homeless? Or donate to causes? Maybe you want to leave a legacy to your family and be a role model to your kids. What else do you want? I invite you to take a moment and write that down. What's dearest to your heart? That at the end of your life, if you don't do that, you'll have regrets. And say, I wish I had done that. Or I was meant to do that. But now it's too late. I don't want you to have regrets. So take a minute and write that down. What you believe you want to accomplish this lifetime. Just going to take a minute. What's dearest to your heart? What do you know that you were born to do? Go ahead and write that down. Okay, now let's look at what's in your way. Do you feel frustrated at times? Do you feel like you're stuck at your current rank, or even slipping back, or losing ground? I don't want you to be stuck. You don't need to be. You might even be embarrassed that people newer than you are passing you up. Or maybe it's been a while since you've been on stage. Or, a little humor here, your team is inactive. Your pep talks are not working. Maybe you know exactly what to do, but you're not doing it. You're just not able to move forward. Maybe you don't feel financially secure. You keep a happy face, but deep down, you don't really believe that you can do this. Do you feel attached to a ball and chain, like you'd hate prospecting? Do you feel discouraged? Your company treated you badly, or they changed, or they quit, like mine did? Or you lose a part of your team, or you haven't recruited in months? Do you fear rejection or failure, even though you've been in for a while? Or maybe you just feel different from other people in this profession. Other people can do this, why can't I? So I invite you to write that down. What's in your way? Or what else is in your way? The challenges you face, the struggles you face that make it hard for you. The parts that are hard for you in this business. I invite you to go ahead and take a minute, write that down. The struggles you face. It's different for each of us. Now, if you don't face these challenges and fix them, you're never going to fly. It's never going to be any different. You won't get to be the leader that you're meant to be and help all the people that you could have. Worry and stress will only get worse, and your family will not have the quality of time with you. You're going to have to say no to a lot of opportunities that they could have had. You'll look up one day and it will be too late to do that, to have that fulfilled feeling. A year from now, or a lifetime from now, you will wish you had started today. The fact is, these are just symptoms of something far deeper. Can you guess what it is? Complacency. Guess what? The opposite of success is not failure, it's mediocrity. It's being too comfortable. That can be the greatest enemy to your business, because then we stop growing and stop prospecting. Eric Worre says, get out of the middle. That's your enemy. So the real reasons that you're stuck are that complacency, and which leads to procrastination and discouragement and fear and negative beliefs. Procrastination because we don't make the calls. No, discouragement knocks out a lot of network marketers. Boy. And did you ever think how expensive is fear and being stuck? Very expensive to you. What do you think that's cost you so far in your life? I invite you to write that down. What does it cost you so far? I bet that it's cost you thousands, if not millions of dollars. Perhaps think of how much money you could have made in your life if you didn't have those blocks that you just wrote down. And how much do you think that it will cost you in the future if you don't fix those? I bet you millions. But also, has it cost you sleep, health, joy, peace of mind? And what else? Relationships, quality family time, the respect of peers, family, and friends? Has it cost you recognition? Have those blocks that you wrote down cost you recognition from your company? Has it cost you satisfaction and pride for your accomplishments? Has it cost the people that you could have helped and the role model you could have been for your kids? So what else has it cost you? Write that down. The cost to you: money, health, joy, peace of mind, happy life, happiness. That's what those blocks have cost a lot of people. Now, why is that important to you now? Because most network marketers don't realize that complacency and getting stuck can be fatal for your business. We know that a business does not stand still. It either moves forward or backward. So if it's standing still, it will go backward. Can you afford that? Can you afford to let your business die? Are you ready for solutions? Okay. Let's look at the first of the 5 methods that MLM millionaires use to get from mediocre to significant is they decide to become a millionaire. They believe that they can do it, that they're good enough to do this, that they deserve to do it. And I'll tell you, $1 million doesn't go as far now as when I was a kid. I figured, I did the math, by the time I retire, $1 million will just cover, with inflation, it'll just cover 5 years in a mediocre retirement home. So I hope everyone figures that out, figures out what you're going to need for the future, and sets your sights on much, much more than that if you want to live a quality life. Now, MLM millionaires, they're not smarter than you or better looking or better connected. They're men and women, young and old, previously homeless, uneducated, immigrants, single parents. These are the people that you see here. There's no reason that you can't do this too. The profession of network marketing has proved itself. It's produced over 500 millionaires and yields $183 billion a year in retail sales, 40% of which is paid to distributors. So we know that the profession of network marketing works. And this economy, it's a perfect golden age for network marketing, because people don't have the time or money or expertise to invest wisely or buy a business or a franchise or start their own business from scratch. And I've not found a better avenue to offer people for a better life than network marketing. That's why people are looking for you. People that want to be home with their kids, that want to fire their boss, that want to pay off their student loan, people that want to retire in dignity or take care of their parents or avoid foreclosures or have unlimited income. These are the people who are looking for you. So commit to do this. You are enough. This profession is proven. This economy is perfect for network marketing. The last thing is just commitment to yourself. Now let's look at the second method that MLM millionaires use. They prospect a lot. A lot. It's the lifeblood of their business. And they have the passion for it. They're active, they do the right behaviors, and their team copies them. If you feel stuck, I'll wager that you're not prospecting enough. It's a stagnant feeling, and your team will do what you do. MLM leaders, they're right in the trenches with their team. They're showing the way by example, not just telling their group to prospect. And I'm going to show you a simple solution to all of this in a bit. So, how much prospecting should you do? Mark Yarnell showed 200 friends a video. 80 said no, 50 said yes, or invited them. But they did not come. 70 watched. 57 said not interested. 13 signed up. 12 dropped out. One serious distributor eventually made Mark over $50,000 a month. And have you heard of Bill Britt? I simply showed the plan to 1,200 people. 900 said no, 300 signed up, 85 did anything, 35 were serious, and 11 made me a millionaire. So most people know what they're supposed to do, which is prospecting, but they just aren't doing it. They may need an accountability partner or to troubleshoot what's blocking them. That's where I specialize in this, which I'll explain in a little bit. Now, what's the fastest way to your next rank? It's a recruiting burst of prospecting, a 30 to 90 day challenge. Like an airplane, it takes a burst of energy and prospecting to get off the ground. Just taxiing around the airport isn't going to make it. By the way, I happen to love takeoffs in a plane. It's such a secure, strong, safe feeling for me. And when you feel that power, you know, I have no doubt it will carry me to where I want to go because that power is bigger than me. And that's what it's like to do a burst, a recruiting burst, a challenge like that. It's really a neat feeling. And that's what happened to Jacob Rakowski, who was 21 when he did a challenge with me. He says, Bess was able to guide me through the roughest period of my life. She does a clearing to flush junk out of you and know yourself for who you really are. That's a mental clearing. Through that clearing mindset, Bess's amazing ability to drill and role play the skills, I was able to do my 60-day challenge, jump 2 ranks, and crack 6 figures. He just wanted to jump 1 rank, but it happened to be 2. Now, what about other companies? Is this unique to network marketing? Nope. Kendall Peterson said, because I'm a financial guy, I've been studying income statements of a number of companies. What I see consistently is the people who are making the big money do it after a 90-day run, all out, width and depth for 90 days. So that's not unique to network marketing. This happens just in business, not a new concept, but one I want you to think about. Now there's 30, 60, or 90 days. What does a 30-day look like? Like this. First 100 days, you show your business to 100 new people. Second 10 days, you follow up with those. And the third 10 days, you sign them up and start them right. Now the average of that is that you get, the average is 20 new recruits from that. So doing a burst of activity clears the path. Here are the pros and cons between doing it fast and slow. We know that a 30, 60, or 90-day burst is very, very important. Now, doing it fast is another thing that's also important. Here's a chart from Eric Worre that shows when you recruit those 30, 20, and 30 days, this is what you can end up with. Doing it fast, the people act right away, 10 to 12, still active after 90 days, 6 to 8. Will become leaders, 3 to 4, who generate huge income, 1 to 2. And notice that the people who, when you do it this slowly, the same activity that I mentioned, recruiting 20 over 6 months or so, you do it slowly, the results are about half as much. Half as much, you guys. Why? Because the momentum generates, attracts people, and there's no gearing down time. It's all up. So you don't lose any time. Go back to this. You don't lose any time gearing back up again because you're already up. It's really a neat feeling. And so that's the difference between fast and slow. Now, doing it fast clears the way. It paves the way and clears out the blocks. So that's why we do a burst. Elsebeth also jumped 2 ranks when she did a 60-day challenge with me. And she has a good-sized team, so this was significant. What happened was she said that my team is on fire. They were inspired by her activity, and that means no more complacency. The concentrated momentum is very attractive. People want to join when they know there's all this activity in your business. So you create a flurry of this activity. And now you have inspiring stories to tell your team, and that means that it's as contagious as a fire. Now the problem is that most people who do a challenge on their own don't finish or don't do as well as if they'd had support. When I was at one of Eric Go's pro events, I was talking with a 6-figure earner who just told me that she did her 90 days. I said, "How did you do?" She said, "Okay." I said, "If you'd had a coach, would you have done better?" She said, "I definitely would have done better." And that's what the program that I created to help people with their challenges reach your next rank. Let's look at the third method MLM millionaires use to get from mediocre to significant. They get their skills up to a 10. And the 7 skills, what are they? Eric Worre speaks about them in his GoPro book, the 7 skills that he identifies, and I teach from his book very, very heavily. The 7 skills that he identifies that are necessary are these here. Now, I invite you to jot these down right now, and as you do, write next to it how you rate yourself on each of these 7 skills, 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest. So as you write down finding prospects, finding people to talk to, write down how you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest. Just real quick, the first number that comes to your mind will probably be the right one. And then write down invite them to look at your business. Rate yourself, the number. Present, including telling your story. Rate yourself. Follow up, including handling objections. Write down your number, 1 to 10. How good you are at that. Signing them up, closing. How good are you at that? Starting them right, training them so that they have immediate results. How good are you at that? Rate yourself 1 to 10. Promoting events, getting people to your local meetings and your company's conventions. How good are you at that? Okay, now quickly, beside that, I invite you to write down how good your team is at all of this as a whole, your team. Rate your team on finding prospects. Quickly, the number that will come to your mind real quick. Finding prospects. How good is your team at inviting? Write that down. How good is your team at presenting? Rate them 1 to 10. Follow-up. Signing them up. Starting them right. And getting people to events. Now look at your list. Look at the weakest ones. That's what you need to strengthen, because a chain is as strong as its weakest link. So whatever is your lowest numbers for you or your team, that's what I advise you to work on those first. To become a winner in network marketing, you want to get these up to a 10, so you'll have more success and results for all the time and energy that you put in. When you do, your confidence will soar when you get the skills, and you'll attract the stars faster and easier. The stars are the ones who build themselves and love the business and inspire you, so you can get your team on stage with you, like Jacob did. That's his family and his team on stage. Jacob is the one pointing with his arm out. So what I do is I get your skills up to a 10 in my support for helping you with the challenge. I get your skills up to a 10 by role-playing and practice, like Jacob mentioned. I happen to be pretty expert at that. You make your mistakes with me instead of with your important prospects. And that's what happened for Rob. This really helped me improve my communication, time management, and internal blocks. With her assistance, I went to 458%. That's both his corporate job and his network marketing. And he reached all these goals. His best is worth her weight in gold, because I help people to make gold. Okay, let's see what the fourth method that MLM millionaires use. They upgrade their mindset. You like that picture? I do. They know that 80% of success is mindset. The other 20% is skills. Both are important. They clear whatever negative beliefs and fears are in the way. Then they know that they deserve success. They can do it. They're immune to the no's and the discouragement and the setbacks. And they expect the best. Now, everyone on this webinar has something that's holding you back, or else you wouldn't be here. You might even not know what it is, but at every roadblock is really fear masquerading as something else. That private body-mind clearing work with me that I provide as part of doing a challenge, as preparation before a challenge, is where you're safe to explore and understand and change the negative things holding you back, the negative mindset. A private mindset clearing is something I specialize in and provide for all my clients. Being a very successful body-mind therapist for years, I have the tools to recognize the cause of blocks and clear them. We do an assessment and we work to clear negative programs and replace them with positive ones. So you can easily and magnetically attract confident, happy, and self-motivated people just like you. That's what happened for James O'Connell. When he did the mindset clearing with me, he's doing 7 times the business he was before. And his company says, "What got into you?" And he just smiled and goes, "It's my time." The same old thinking makes the same old results, and James changed that. So did James Hendricks. And he wrote me, he writes, "I have a coach and a mentor, but not one who could understand the psychological components of my challenge. Bess is clear and got rid of garbage before I did my challenge. She helped lift fears off me I didn't know I had. My income, relationships, and health improved. Take Bess up on her program." Okay, let's look at the 5th method MLM millionaires use. They don't do this alone. Coaching helps you to get past to do the shortcuts. And you can get there faster, easier, better, and farther. Because if we could do this ourselves, we would have, right? So a coach can hold you accountable. A good coach can help you see what's missing and identify your blind spots. All successful people have coaches of some type. Multi-millionaire athletes have relied on coaches for years to improve their game. Well, so do business people. You'd be surprised how many top network marketers have coaches because their sponsor may not be equipped nor trained as a professional coach or as a body-mind therapist like I am. When people get a coach, they shorten their learning curve, they get successful sooner. And this confidence attracts the best people. Now, can you afford a coach? 4 studies show that the average return on coaching is 5 to 8 times the investment. That's the average return, 5 to 8 times. So don't skip on money here. And speaking about money, isn't that the main objection that you hear from your prospects? You know by now it's never the real reason. The real reason may be their commitment to themselves or belief in themselves or in their profession. Recently, a client wanted to coach with me and talked it over with his wife. They decided they didn't have the money, but he thought about it for a couple of days and he got the money. He said this is because he wanted to. And he said, this is what happened to me when he said, this is exactly what happened when he joined his network marketing company too. He didn't have the money. So what he did is he found it. He sold his first car, which he loved, and he traded it for a vehicle that would take him to success. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gotten a Mercedes by now. That's not a bad trade. It's Hilton Johnson that said, if you have a car but not a coach, sell the car, hire the coach. It'll take you farther. Once you decide you deserve success, you're going to find the money. Remember, how you show up in your life is how you show up in your business. And that's the type of people that you will attract to your business too, can-do people. There's ways that people can get the money to start your business. They can sell something, they can save the money, they can eat at home for a few months, they can get a side gig and make the money. So it's never about the money. I had a young man, I think in his early 20s, want to coach with me, and I said, okay, earn this much money. And he did. He just washed cars, cut lawns, washed windows, and he got the money. If he can do it, anybody can do it. It's there. It's there with commitment. James Moore, that's his coaching. Helped me resolve recurring personal life issues so I became free to focus on my business. Then we set goals and strategies and marketed and accountability and tracked, and it worked. Since I began working with Beth, my business income has tripled. I attribute this 100% to our work. James, you're a pleasure to work with. So let's recap the 5 methods MLM millionaires use. They decide to become millionaires. They decide they're good enough. They prospect a lot. They know that they're a role model. They can consider doing a challenge seriously. It's a role model for your team. They get their skills up to a 10 for best results. They upgrade their mindset and clear that negative beliefs and the fears. And they get a coach to shorten their learning curve. Now, I put this all together in one place in a program that helps you do a challenge called Reach Your Next Strength Challenge. It's your 30 to 90 day challenge with all the goodies that I mentioned in there. People are registering for it now, and I only have limited spots. Here's James Hendricks again, who said, what if just for 90 days I sacrificed everything for my kids' future? The television stayed unplugged. I didn't eat out. I spoke to no one that didn't support my goal. I put fear of rejection on the back burner. I worked at this one thing harder than I have anything in my entire life. My 90-day challenge last year got me to a six-figure income. This year's 90-day challenge will take me way beyond. Why doing a challenge is important to you? Because it turns complacency into aliveness. You got these role models. You were a role model and you got these stories to tell your team. And it turns discouragement into immunity from setbacks, because with all that activity going on, there's no room for discouragement. And it turns stagnation into rank advancing. Your team sees you get on stage. Turns money worries into financial freedom and choices and options. And it turns the attrition you might be experiencing into a thriving team, because your people see you prospect a lot and you're active. Now, why do a challenge with me? I've never seen anyone put together a package like this. To my knowledge, no one is doing this one-on-one support with the deep professional body-mind therapist clearing and the skills upgrade that I do as a master teacher. So it turns procrastination into accountability, because I'm in touch with you daily during your challenge to solve the blocks you run into and celebrate your successes, so you don't have to do this on your own. Turns that loneliness into support. And it turns an amateur into a professional, because I train. I don't just tell you what to do. I role play with you until you get it one-on-one, and I give you feedback. And I'm pretty big on that. People get real good results with that too. It turns confusion into strategy. You know exactly what you're going to do every day. And we go through your funnel, your system of tools that you lead your prospect through, and make sure that's optimal for you. And then we clear those negative beliefs and fears so that you do become unstoppable. That's the mindset clearing that you heard people raving about. Again, I don't know anywhere else that you get this degree of training and support with the skills and the mindset and the daily support during a challenge that you get with this program. A coach can only take you as far as they've gone themselves. That's important, because I do my own personal growth work for 30 years now, and daily and deeply. This is essential and rare. Imagine that my method helps you evaporate the fear that keeps you from fully stepping into your business, transforms negative beliefs so you fly unhindered into the life you know that you're meant for. You can do this, you guys, so that you can feel like this. This is what a client told me. I want so badly to show up, be the man my family's proud of, respected by my peers, reach my next rank, feel good about myself. So if you're tired of not getting the results you want in your business, and your family is tired of seeing you plateau, and you're ready to release the self-limiting beliefs that have held you back all these years, this program's for you. So here's some tips how to integrate what you've learned so far on this webinar. Decide you're good enough to get to your next rank. Be the person you want in your business. Be the type of person you would like to find to join you in your business. Be coachable and invest in yourself, because water seeks its own level. So be that which you want to attract. And 3, hire a mentor. Shorten your learning curve. Extract the best in yourself. Invest in someone who will guide you and hold you to a higher level. If you've tried for years to do this on your own without this help, this will make a difference. Now, dream. Are you ready for a better life? Again, you have proof that network marketing works, 500 millionaires made, and that challenges work. You've heard all those testimonials of people jumping ranks, and so you know that all this works. Now, I asked Eric Worre one time, do you know any MLM millionaires who have not done a challenge? And he said he does not know of any. They've all done a challenge, at least once, and some multiple. Are you ready for a better life, where you're admired significantly by your colleagues, where your team respects you, and your family really looks up to you as a provider? When you join the next rank inner circle, when you do the challenge with me, I believe you're going to find yourself in a place in life where you are significantly richer in wealth, love, and connection to your family. And you'll even have better health because you have both the time and the money for that. And your friends and family are going to appreciate you on a whole new level because you have the time and the money to show up powerfully. Now, what do you get when you do a challenge with me? All of this stuff, but don't worry, that's going to be in the link to this is going to be in your replay, but basically, you get the clarity, the goals, and the focus. We get your optimal why, and the most motivation that you've ever had. We clear your mindset like we talked about. There's an assessment, a 2-hour session, and follow-up where we clear failure, low self-esteem, negative beliefs, and procrastination, and replace them with confidence, posture, and leadership. Then we upgrade your skills, role play, and practice, and get those up to a 10. We write your game plan. We polish your stories to make them compelling, your product story and your business story. That's real important. We check your funnel, clear their schedule, negotiate with your family, and everything necessary. If you implement the challenge, amazing results show up in your business and life. There's only so much that I can cover on this webinar, but if you want these results, I know you'll have challenges that you will face on your own, and then I invite you and support you in getting the help that you need, because challenges always include the unknown. Doing a challenge includes unknown roadblocks, and you will be equipped to face them. They always come up, you guys. So you will be equipped to have help for them to climb to the top. Now, at the beginning of this webinar, I said I have nothing for sale, but I do have an offer for you. Because the vast majority of people have very good intentions but don't follow through. When they do a challenge, statistically, most people fail. The numbers are against you. People do not follow through and get the end result, and they end up quitting. But if you don't want to become a statistic and you definitely want to accelerate your success, I have a solution for you to get you there faster, easier than you could on your own. My solution is I invite you to apply for a free complimentary coaching session with me, a conversation where we can look at the programs and see if maybe one is right for you. Now, you may never do anything with this, or you may say, I want professional accountability and guidance. If that's you, you know you have not done what you need to up to this point to get the results you truly and deeply deserve. And I invite you to apply for that conversation with me so you can decide if moving ahead is in your best interest. If you're going to do what MLM leaders do, then you're going to get someone outside yourself who's going to be there not only to guide you, but to hold you accountable, provide you that immediate feedback, and help accelerate your experience. If you would like that, then I'm here to do it. I'm the person who can guide and support you. There's no question in my mind. So here's what I want you to do next. Apply here now. Go to mlmmillionaireclub.com/30-90-day-challenge. I'll show that again in a minute. Well, 30-90-day-challenge. The Millionaire Club. Now, I only have so many spots. As you can imagine, it's a lot of one-on-one work that I do, so I can only do so many. So I encourage you to apply right now. And here's the link again. I'll do as many as I can of these free conversations with me, free coaching sessions with me. I'll do as many as I can over the coming week as these come in. You can create the life you know you should have and change all the lives that you touch. It's hard, but it's harder to be broke. You can do it alone, but it'll take you a lot longer. And how much would that cost you? You're at a fork in the road. It's time to decide. Who is this for? People who are committed to having it all, committed to providing for their family on a level that most people only dream about. It's for people who desire to create a long-lasting legacy so their children's children remember them for the contributions they made. It's for someone deeply committed to having the freedom of time, money, and choice. It's for those who crave freedom to live as they want. I love this picture. And shine their brilliance for the world. If you want to be part of all that, apply now. MLMmillionaireclub.com/30-90-day-challenge. It's free to apply, and you can have this session with me if you're a serious network marketer wanting to reach your next level. Now, here's who it's not for. I'll go back here. It's if you're actually afraid of getting what you want, it scares you, then this isn't for you. If people who are not committed are not willing to do the work, because it will be work, but I'm going to give you the most ideal way to work at it. It's not someone who's looking to get rich quick or not willing to invest in themselves for a future that gives you what you say you want. If you're not willing to invest or to create that next rank income for yourself, then this wouldn't be for you. Now, some people want to work with me, but they prefer a slower track right now. So that's why I created the school, the MLM Millionaire Club, 10 years ago. People have been in it for 10 years now. It's wonderful, just wonderful. Helps people to upgrade these skills and clear their mindset. We do this all through the year, have a year curriculum, use Eric Worre's GoPro book, through email lessons, 3 calls a week, group calls that you can get on, and library of resources and support buddy system within the school. So it's a wonderful, wonderful school. You can check it out, MLMmillionaireclub.com. I think you'll love the program and the curriculum and the prices. So we'd love to have you. That's like doing all of the things I mentioned at a slower rate. It's a school for network marketers. I've run for 10 years now. So check it out. We'd love to have you. The school itself and all my coaching, strict no recruiting zone. And by the way, I teach you everything that I teach your company would stand behind 100%, like Eric, generic teacher, old school, standard foundational methods, nothing weird or different that your company wouldn't approve of. So don't worry about that. Also, private coaching is available for you too. We can custom make a private coaching session, program just for you. And if you prefer something very, very simple to start out with, I have a wonderful book called Always Get a Yes. And I will put that in the replay or in the links below for you. So I want the very, very best for you, of course, which is to do a challenge with me. So if you think that you want to check this out, then go ahead and apply. Do you have a better plan for moving forward to get unstuck and reach 6 or 7 figures? Yes, payment plans are available. So is there any reason you can't do a challenge now? By the way, this is the best time of year to do it. That's why I'm holding this webinar now. So fill out the application. I'll give you the options when we talk, and I will see you then.